Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to American Truck Simulator, where today I am horrendously speeding, apparently, which is just excellent. Gotta love speeding down the road and nearly crashing into a bunch of, crossing traffic there. Was that two? That's two trucks hauling two bulldozers. That's not something you see every day. Is that another pair of bulldozers? Is there some secret bulldozer rally going on or something that I've missed? I don't think I'm hauling. No, I'm hauling fuel. You can see it in my rear view there. Well, that's not rear view, is it? The one up there is technically the rear view in a car. Those are the wing mirrors. Fair enough. Anyway, today what we're doing is hauling a whole bunch of fuel. There's another one up to Winnemucca. Winnemucca. I'm gonna call it I'm speeding again. Winnemucca is where we're headed to. It's 633 miles to go, which is a hell of a drive, but it is for $20,000, so that'll be nice to have. That'll knock us up to, I mean, the 7,000 is going to come off in a couple of hours' time if you look over there on the right. You know, that'll knock us down to 15,000. We'll be at $35,000, which, I don't know about you, but I'm okay with that. And I think after that job, what I can do is actually go ahead and take another job for a little bit less money to make sure we have always got plenty. But I think, if I remember right, the new cab for this truck was, I'm going through this red light, I don't care, was $32,000. So we'll have the money for it, and I'm aware I shouldn't go through red lights like that, but I was never going to stop anyway, so it's fine. Let's go ahead and slam on the brakes there. I could go to the right if I wanted to. That looks like it might be a shortcut. Although it looks like it might be a bridge down there as well. So maybe we don't want to go over a bridge. Maybe I'll just stick with following the suggested path. Like, this light change. It'd be just, there we go. Alright, so basically, as I said, you know, 632 miles to Winnemucca, up in Nevada, which is one hell of a drive. I'm trying to figure out what my longest drive has been thus far. I think on average is like the 650 mile range tends to be my longest, so yeah, that is certainly something. Anyway, I think what we'll do is this episode, I think I want to get a fair bit done, so rather than doing my usual thing, which is, hey, let's, you know, go ahead and time-lapse a section of the journey, and then, okay, I'm on the wrong side of the road, and then interrupt it, do a bit more time-lapse. I think we're gonna have a full time-lapse of this drive, but it'll be a little bit faster than the usual time-lapses, otherwise it's gonna be a fairly lengthy time-lapse. So, enjoy! Well, that was certainly some journey, wasn't it? That was about 600 miles condensed down. Sorry, 600 miles, which took me about 21 minutes, possibly more, condensed down to what I'm going to assume will likely be 2 minutes. I'll take it. That was some drive. Also, I'm curious to know how traveling at 73 miles per hour and having 35 minutes left translates to 53 minutes left in this. Why am I indicating? Yeah, having 30 miles left at 74 miles per hour doesn't translate to 44 or 40 minutes left in this journey. I feel like that calculation's a little bit wrong, to be honest. I'm definitely feeling that. But whatever the case, we are very close to our destination there in Winnemucca. I'm also speeding like crazy, so let's just slow down a little bit there. Got some construction works going on here. Must be approaching Applesby, for those of you... Does anyone get that reference? I imagine so. It's currently the most popular series in the channel, so I imagine most people watching this will probably get the Applesby reference. If not, then you're probably in a minority, which is interesting. That sounds more offensive than... What I mean is you're in the minority of people watch... Oh, God. Never mind. That sounded slightly more offensive than I planned it to. That sentence is completely innocent. You are in a minority of people that watch this series but don't also watch City Skylines. So there you go. That's what I was getting. You know what, we're just gonna move on. We've got 2 miles left to go. I think we're fine, to be honest. Let's just slow down a little bit and sit there at 30 miles per hour so I don't get fined for speeding. I've already damaged me truck. I'm gonna get $20,000, but I've successfully managed to damage the truck up to 9%, which is nice. Gotta love doing that. I think it may be at the point where it'll start breaking down. I don't remember what the percentage is. It might be 10%. I think 10% damage is when your truck starts breaking down, so we should be okay. It's not like we're not going to have the money to fix it anyway. And, I mean, let's be... Did that sign back there say FAPA? I'm pretty sure that sign had some organization that was FAPA, which, I mean, as organization names go, I feel like FAPA is a bit of a weak name, especially in 2016 with the internet being as prevalent as it happens to be. So, good job on that name, company. Well done. Now let's just go ahead and pull into the left here, cutting across several lanes of traffic. If there was traffic there obviously wasn't. And now we just need to come along and gently, just, there we go. And how are we delivering this? So I can deliver it that way, which looks way too complicated. We'll just do the safe delivery there, because it's straight in there, and we'll get our $20,000. Well, that said, actually, we're probably going to get less, because there's probably some damage to the delivery. So there we go. Let's detach and see what we get. So it was excellent, which is good. Show me results. Oh, we got the full 20,000. Excellent. We're also halfway to level 11, which is also excellent. 658 miles. Good. All right, $36,100. Not bad at all. Let's go to the job market. Let's go to the freight market and see what we got. Best jobs currently seem to be... Actually, let me just look at the top prices right now. Top price is Reading, which is not going to be happening. What have we got here in Winnemucca? I said, what have we got here in... Winnemucca to Bakersfield for $12,000. Fragile goods. This one here will get me a bit more XP, I think, because it's important and fragile. That's 5 tons of computers. That's 8 tons of toys, frozen vegetables. Is there anything going to Elko by any chance? No. Anything going to Nevada at all? Yeah. What about this one to Vegas? Oh, that's pretty far away. Anything good in Vegas? Not really. what's in Bakersfield currently? Bakersfield doesn't really have much either. But maybe taking the Winnemucca to Bakersfield job would be a pretty good idea. Taking the TVs is... That's a hefty drive. That's also really similar to the drive we've just done. I'm kind of tempted to take the Vegas one, because it's a bit of a shorter trek. It's 507 miles versus it's 521, isn't it? But we are on roads through Nevada, so that's higher speed limits, although it's possibly a lot of desert, and most likely would be. The Bakersfield job, I mean, those are both 521. Santa Cruz is 507. Fresno is 454. I think we're just gonna have to take the Bakersfield one. The price per mile is better. It's standard delivery though, and fragile versus important and fragile. I think we'll take this one. It's less per mile, but I like the idea that it's also an important delivery. So it expires in 21 hours, 59 minutes. Set that as that just went full Porky Pig there. Let's also turn off the parking brake. And we'll take this one, yeah. This will be good. Hello, buddy. Don't mind me, just backing up a little bit. Back the truck up, as we do. And gently does it. Going around this way. I'm really glad I've pretty much stopped taking the parking bonuses where you have to reverse the truck, haven't I? That is probably for the best. I'm really bad at that. But at the same time, I kind of miss it. Almost. I almost miss it. I think kind of almost miss it is a fair way to put things. So we'll go with that. Now let's just pull out this way a little bit. And stick to the speed limit, which is 30. I've locked in at 32. Then let's drop down to 29 apparently. Hello, officers, don't mind me. Just trying to abide by the road laws and all that stuff. I'm going full Porky Pig today. Which is... Oh, we can go. Excellent. Also, it's getting dark. It's getting very dark. I'm going to be driving through the night with this one. This should be... I'm speeding again. Good lord. I am really... It throws me off being in a town and being like, oh, you have to go at 30 miles per hour this whole way. It really does. Also, are there any repair places in Winnemucca? There are not. Okay. I'm sure we'll find some on the way there, and it'll be fine. Let's also just realign the camera there. So we're going left, and we're good to go, which is nice. Let's just swing around the corner there, and the place we're heading to is just at the end of the street, which is nice. Now, I don't want to run a red light, even though no one's around to catch me, and those lights don't look like they have cameras on them. Are there any cameras around here? Doesn't look like it. But technically, I could... Well, I can't run the red light now. There's a cop right behind me. Hello. I wonder what that would look like. You know, I wonder how ridiculous that would look to be that cop, just seeing my driver stick his goofy head out the window and go, hello. That'd be interesting. That would certainly be interesting. Anyway, the good news is that we're at our destination here, so we can go ahead and pick up the job once we just turn into, of course it's Walbert. That's fine. Let's just slow down a little bit. And, I mean, I didn't want to turn on my park. Okay, that wasn't my plan. I didn't want to slow down that much. Right, so in we go. Nice and easy does it. And pull into the thing. Almost. And we're in the thing. Yes, we are. Okay. So, I wanted this one. Winnemucca to Bakersfield. This one's very good, actually. Winnemucca to LA. Although I've just done that drive. That's it. Fireworks. But it's standard. I don't know. Do we want to take the, That is better money, isn't it? That is a lot... The money is a lot better on that. It's a 627-mile drive versus 521. And this one's got fragile cargo. I think... And what's going on in LA at the moment? I don't know. I think I'm just going to take the Bakersfield one. I'm going to take the one I tracked. Just because... Oh, that money's so much better. I'm just going to take the one I tracked. We'll take the job, just because At the end of the day, we should get a little bit of extra XP, and that is something I'm kind of gunning for at the moment, so I can start earning more money as I level up. Because obviously I can get boosts and buffs to, well, any job in general. I can take different hazard classes, I can get more money per fragile cargo, etc, etc. So that's probably a good thing. Even though right now, we're not making as much money as I'd like to be. Well, we're finally up on the highway, which is lovely. 507 miles, 13 hours, 11 minutes to go. And oh boy, it's going to be another long one, ladies and gents. This particular drive, it is certainly going to be a long one, especially since it does go back into California, so the speed limits are going to be going down a little bit. Whilst in Nevada, obviously, we can crank it up to 80 miles per hour if we can get some hills going. But, if anything, considering we're going to be taking some very similar roads here to the journey we took a moment ago, well, I say a moment ago, like 10 minutes ago. Considering we're taking some similar roads, I'm pretty sure a lot of that was downhill. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Nevada is very flat, isn't it? I mean, it's a lot of desert. I'm going off of what I've seen on, like, TV and movies and stuff. I know there's, like, hills. You know, I know there's mountains. You can see them there. But I think going from, like, if you drive from LA to Vegas, you go over, like, a mountain, don't you? And then Vegas is, like, in this really flat area of desert. Like, it's right in the friggin' middle of it. And it's like, you can just see it from miles around because it's so light. I think. I might be wrong in that, but I'm just making an assumption. Anyway, what I'm getting at is we went downhill a lot to get here. So I'm slightly concerned that we're going to be going uphill a lot to get back. Although in theory, considering I think we went through Vegas to get to Winnemucca, we should end up going up and over that hill again. So on the other side, as we're heading down into California, we'll have a lot of slopes going down. So as long as we don't have roads that are way too windy for a truck of this size, we should be alright. I mean, there were a few moments, I don't know if you'll have seen them, because of how quick the time-lapse would have been going. There were a few moments here and there that we nearly rolled. And, I mean, just throughout this series, there have been moments I've nearly rolled this truck. So, yeah, that bodes well for the future, doesn't it? That really just bodes well for the future. I'm going to pull out this way a little bit and hope nothing's beside me, because this truck, this post-ed van in front is way too slow. So let's just lock in at 65 if we can. Get me to 65. There we go. I'll just lock in at 65. I know I shouldn't be in this lane, and I know people are flashing me saying turn off your high beams, but the hell with them. They don't matter. They don't know what they're that's crazy talk, turning off me high beams. Alright, so now at least I can go back into the lane I'm supposed to be in. There we go. Much, much better. I think this is Vegas, isn't it? Let me have a look at the map. No, this is Reno. Do I go through Vegas? No, I'm actually... Okay, maybe I didn't go through Vegas on the way here then. I assume that... Yeah, what am I must have went that way. I'm pretty much taking the same road. So I went from LA up this highway across and... Yeah, because I remember turning here. So I am taking exactly the same route despite not going to LA. Because Bakersfield is on the way to Los Angeles. Fair enough. That's fine by me. That is certainly fine by me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna leave it there for today. Next episode, we'll get this delivery done. We'll pop to a repair shop and get the truck fixed. We'll also get the new cab on the truck because I think it'll look excellent. Should make the truck look a little bit bigger. And we'll see what upgrades we can maybe get. Hopefully we'll hit level 11 next episode as well. If not, it'll certainly be the one after. But once we're in a spot where we're making some serious money, we're definitely going to want to start saving. That is a thing, because we do want to go to the bank here. As you can see, we still have $58,000 left to repay there. In total, $289,000, $268. Oh boy. That is, yeah, that's a lot of money left to repay. Which, I mean, we're getting there. If I don't buy the truck upgrade, I could probably say I might do that instead, actually. I might not bother buying the truck upgrade, because if I can save up enough to just pay off this immediately, we're making an extra $1,814 every day. Yeah. So that would be nice. We would have less to pay off of the loans, which is probably worth looking into. It is probably a good idea to pay off these loans as early as I can, because the interest rate is just going to sit there. We're going to be paying back more than we took. So paying them off early is probably a good idea, because it means that once we're debt-free, we can look into, you know, getting another truck, getting another driver, etc., which is stuff I want to do. And I don't really want to do it while... I don't really want to do it by taking out more loans, at least not at the moment. Technically speaking, if I pay off one loan, I could take out two more to get $200,000, get another driver, get another truck, and be exactly where I was. And that is a valid way, that is a method to do things. I could take out a lot of money, get more drivers, because if I get more drivers and another truck, I'm making more money. Right now, Emily Z is giving me a couple of thousand every day. So, in theory, we could keep putting ourselves in debt to get more drivers. But I don't think I want to do that. And I don't think you guys would want to see me do that anyway. I think the point here is that we're doing the grind, we're getting up our levels, we're getting more money because we're getting up levels, we're doing more work, and then we get the money to actually buy the truck. And really, money's not that hard to come by these days. We are getting... Oh! Alright, thanks for that, buddy. Yeah, just you stop in the middle of a highway there, mate. Thanks very much. Whatever. Anyway, what I was saying was, we're making enough money, you know? We're making good money. We are... You know, we get $20,000 for one job. We're getting like 15 for this one. I can't remember what's the stats for this job. This job's gonna get us 11,135. That's fine. That is fine. It'll be 2 jobs until we can pay off that first loan. But again, I'm okay with that. I think paying off the loan is a good idea. Upgrading the truck for the new, upgrading to the new cab isn't that important, really. So I think we'll be okay. Anyway, ladies and gents, I am going to leave it there for today. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been American Truck Simulator, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.